another Now You're Cooking virtual demonstration. Today I've got my helpers again.
Hi, I'm Lawson.
Hi, I'm Avery.
And today, what are we going to make?
We're making
Ham pies.
Ham pies, that's right. So we have a cool product from Progressive. Their dough press, it's a dough press set. And we're making hand pies today. We're going to make 3 different types. We'll do 2 savory and 1 sweet. But they're also great. You want to show them the big one. What's this big one good for? What do we talk about?
it's good for making like little pizzas.
Yeah, calzones. Yep, great for calzones. What did we have for lunch the other day with this big one?
We had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yep, so they're great for making little uncrustable type sandwiches. And then, but the 2 we're going to use today are going to be the small and the medium, which are these cool little things. Don't feel limited if you don't have these at home. You can actually do the same thing with a round cookie cutter and a fork. So we're going to make it easy on ourselves and use these, but if you don't have them, you can still do what we're doing. Okay, so first we've got Avery up with the pie dough. And this is actually, we have a Louisa, so we didn't have to make our pie dough. This is Louisa's pie dough recipe, which I believe is on our website. And otherwise, of course, you can use your own homemade recipe, or you can, so remember, keep it nice and even, say down. You can also use store-bought. And then spin it. Can you spin the dough? Yep, there you go. So we're just smoothing out our pie dough. All of these recipes today are going to use this, the same pie dough. Like I said, you can also use, this one is great for doing calzones, so if you have a pizza crust recipe, it's great for that. Really, the possibilities are endless. And there are lots of ham pie recipes online too. So we're going for a pretty thin crust. How do you like the rolling pin?
Kid size.
Yeah, this is a children's rolling pin, so it's made for kids, but it's also good for a lot of adult projects. So we're gonna spin it again. Do you want me to help you here? You got it?
It's made in Maine, right?
Oh yeah, this one's from Fletcher's Mill. Okay. So the first recipe we're making, what did we decide last time? Which one is it?
Ham and cheese.
We're gonna make ham and cheese. They're sort of like a Hot Pocket. She's almost there. She's working really hard. We're getting there. So what we're looking for is a nice, even, consistent depth crust. You ready? I'm just going to help you so I can speed it. So I'm just going to get these edges. So as you can see, it's a children's rolling pin, but it works for adults. All right. So now, we're going to use our little stamp. So, oh, can you show them how it's 2-sided? So this side has what?
It's good. It's like
Has the ring.
It has the ring to like kind of like cookie cutter. And this side is like kind of the side where you make it point more.
Yep. Yep, and we learned it works best if you give it a little twist at the end. And then, oh, that's okay. I think it's because our dough is still a little thick. So you'd want to roll it a little thinner than we did, but that's okay. All right, Lawson, you want to stamp a couple? because it's thick. So normally it wouldn't give you that ridge line right there, but this is a live video, so we are making a couple errors. So maybe don't twist so much. That's better. Okay. Now, why don't you guys demo what we do to the inside part?
We're going to take the dough and we're going to set it on this and kind of push down a little.
Then what did we learn about the hinge? So it's hinged, right?
So where do we put the ham and cheese
On one side.
Yep. Oh, and what else did we learn when we were doing this? What do you want to use for cheese?
You want to use cheddar?
Well, you want to use shredded, right? So you can use whatever cheese you like, but make sure that you shred it before. And we actually, the ham we learned too works best if it's cubed or shredded. That way the air can escape. Because we had, some of the kids wanted American, right, when we made them for lunch. And some of the kids wanted cheddar. And which ones work better?
The cheddar.
Cheddar is better. But I think it wasn't so much the cheese type, it was actually that air wants to escape. So when we didn't shred it first, they kind of exploded. Okay, so now what happens, Avery? So you put your cheese in, you put your ham in. Now what do we do?
We're going to rub a little butter on
Not butter, but
well, like
egg wash,
egg
right?
wash on the side a little.
Yep. So why don't you go ahead and show them how we make an egg wash.
So you're going to crack one egg and put it in the bowl.
And then we add 1 tablespoon of water, right? 1 tablespoon. There's your water. Want to add the tablespoon? And now the whisking part. Go ahead and whisk it up. Okay. A little more aggressive, maybe. There you go. Okay, now show them what we do after that.
Then we dunk this into the egg wash. Just a little.
Do you remember what this tool is called?
Um,
Basting brush.
yeah. And then you're just going to lightly rub some on the sides.
Okay. Good job. Lawson, want to come assemble yours?
So
And then this is the really cool part.
you're going to close it. And you're going to
Push down, but remember we don't want to push too hard, so that's probably good, right? Because if you push too hard, then the dough will smush all the way. So that's perfect. And then we just put a little, couple little slashes in it. That way the air can escape. Okay. Lawson, you want to make one too? in with the ham, in with the cheese. And then the egg wash. Oh, gotta get it on that edge too, right? There you go. Look at that. Beautiful. Do you want to put your slash marks in it? Great. And then we'll bake these, and I think Heather put the recipe online, that they go in for 15 to 20 minutes. All right, next up, we're gonna do some spinach and ricotta cheese ham pies next. So let's throw this guy back in there and do our rolling out again. So while Avery's rolling out the dough, Lawson, can you get the spinach mixture going? So it's going to be butter. Okay, so we put, 2 tablespoons of butter. And then we add, oh yeah, Lawson's gonna show us how the alligator works. So tell him what you did first.
So you chop an onion in half and then you peel off the skin and then you put it on here and you close this. Or push.
It goes really hard, ready?
Don't have to be gentle.
Yep, don't be gentle with this guy. And then we have diced onions. So go ahead and add that to your pan. Yep. And then Avery's coming over with some spinach. So we have 4 cups of spinach. Okay, and then go ahead and stir. So what we're doing is we want to dry out the spinach. You'll see at first it'll be really wet when it first starts cooking. And once it starts to dry out a little bit, then we'll take it off the heat and combine it with the cheese.
Do these freeze well, the ham pies?
We haven't frozen them yet because we've eaten everything that we've made. But I really don't see why they wouldn't. I'm sure they would just take a little longer when you bake them, but I would think they'd be great frozen actually. And they're, for us, we have, 2 extra kids around this summer, so they're really great for feeding kids at lunchtime. And really fast. Right? We made a lot of them the other day at lunchtime, didn't we? Still going, yep. I think that's good. Lawson, do you want to combine the cheeses while she's doing that? So do you remember how much we had? Oops, sorry. We had half a cup of ricotta, and we had a quarter of a cup of, do you remember what that is? Parmesan. And then you're going to add 1 egg.
That gets messy.
That's messy. I cracked it too hard. That's okay. You're used to our countertops.
You still had your alligator
Yeah.
chopper strength going.
Yeah. All right, and then Avery, you can mix that up if you'd like. Let's see.
You switched to the bigger one,
I
can I
switched to
see?
the bigger one. It's gonna take too long to do it. Okay, we're we're multitasking here. So we've got the spinach nearly done, right? Turn up the heat a little.
I turned it
Oh, you
off.
turned it off. That's okay. It's more to show what we're doing. So you'd want it to dry out a little bit more than this probably, but for the sake of time, we are going to let that cool down.
It's crazy
Probably.
how much it cooks down.
It is crazy. That was 4 cups of spinach. Okay, and Avery's got the cheese mixture nearly ready. So why don't you, Lawson, you want to show? We'll start snapping some of those out. He's making the rounds. Avery's gonna throw the spinach mixture into yours so you can combine them. Ready? So you want the spinach mixture to cool a bit so that it doesn't start cooking the egg right away. You can also add some garlic to this. We were going to put in some salt and pepper. Salt and pepper to taste. And then Lawson has some nutmeg for us. Okay. Alright, you think that's good? Alright, so why don't we're going to lay one of those down, and we'll use just a regular tablespoon, a teaspoon, excuse me. And probably just about 1 spoonful worth. You don't want to overfill them. Yeah. Okay, and then, yep, go ahead. Oh, you forgot to do the egg wash, Avery. So, I noticed when she smushed it together that it didn't stay. So you'll see what happens if you forget, like we did, to put the egg wash on. So you definitely want to put the egg wash on, that way it'll stay closed. See, we're just showing everybody what happens if you don't, right? Nice.
Much better.
Much better. And it actually stays closed. See how perfect they are. Alright, Lawson, you want to stamp a couple? And we'll move on to our strawberry ones.
So how would it be if you didn't have this set and you wanted to make these?
Yep. So we have, I don't know if I can find them quickly, but we have just round cookie cutters that work really well to get this shape. And then once you have a round shape, you would fill it the same way. And brush it the same way. Yes, just like that, Avery. The benefit of being in the store while you're doing it. And then fold it the same way.
And use a fork.
Right, do you want to show them? So try to keep stuff from escaping too much. Yeah, right in the Yep, a little bit closer. And then stamp the edge, sort of like you'd do if you were making pie. probably put too much filling in there. Sorry, it's creeping out a little bit. So you get the same effect, it's just not as fast if you're doing a lot of them. And this dough press set from Progressive is under $10, so it's well worth the money.
Especially if you have a lot of time on your hands this summer.
Okay, great job. All right, and then actually I'm gonna wash this. You guys, Avery, maybe you could prep the dough. We could use these, because these are already the right size, but we'll start making the strawberry ones. Do you remember how that one goes? So first we want to combine stuff. And where'd we get our strawberries?
We actually picked our strawberries.
Yep, we went to Fairwinds in Bodenham and picked strawberries just a couple days ago. So we have fresh strawberries, and Lawson chopped them up for us. And then we combine that with lemon, right?
That thing?
Oh yeah, that's right. And we use, thank you, Heather. Lawson, you want to show them how this works? So we used our chef-in tool. Oh, sorry. To get the hull out. So that just takes it off very neatly and quickly. So again, you can do a lot of strawberries in a little amount of time. And then we chopped them. And then Avery's going to show us how to zest to get the lemon zest off. So this is a microplane tool. And you want to keep your fingers out of the way. But the nice thing about doing it this way is it collects right there on top, so you can really get all the strawberry. And then Lawson, how about you measure out the jam? So we need a half a cup.
What kind of jam are you using?
Strawberry lemonade.
From Stonewall Kitchens. So we've got half a cup of jam, we've got strawberries, and then Avery's gonna add the zest.
To that.
Yep. Yep, that's probably good, Avery. All right, so you can shake that in there. That's good, thank you. All right, and then Lawson, why don't you do the honors of putting those in? And while Avery's mixing that, Lawson is going to slice our lemon in half. Yeah, go ahead. And then here's another tool that we have at home that we like to use for juicing the lemon, so other way. If you put cut side down, this lemon is really big. And then at first you use a two-handed operation. Once you get it far enough, you can actually just squeeze with one hand. But you can see it gets a lot of the lemon out, or a lot of the juice out. Great. So what we're doing with the lemon juice is we're actually going to make a glaze for the top. So Lawson, do you want to combine this with the powdered sugar? Actually, we only need a tablespoon of that. So we'll use our strawberry bowl. So you can pour that in here. And 1 tablespoon of the lemon juice. So this is what we'll put on after they bake. A little glaze from the top.
Right when they come out of the oven, or?
Yeah, let them cool slightly, and then drizzle it over. We just use a spoon or a fork and just kind of spread it over. You can use the basting brush as well.
I think this is ready.
Okay, so why don't we go ahead and add some, and this we learned too, that we don't want to put too much in, right? Because then they expand and explode. You want a spoon? Okay, then you need your egg wash. Great. Okay, and then show them what we do next. Look at that. So put those on the other side. So you can see we have, and these will, same thing, we'll just put them in the oven, bake them. And you want to make sure to put air holes in them. If you're frying them, which is also an option, especially if you had like an apple pie filling in there, you'd fry them. If you're frying them, you don't want an air slit. Otherwise, make sure you put some sort of hole in there for the air to escape. Okay, I think that's just about it, right? Did we do it? I think we did it.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, and make sure to send questions if you have any questions, and hopefully you'll enjoy making these at home. Bye!